Next up, we're going to take a look at how to use the Axiom with Garageband. Not just as a MIDI controller, but also using the controller functions, or at least the transport functions. Garageband uses a proprietary format that is not in the regular MIDI mapping, so you can't assign controls directly to it, but the shareware communities come through with a little translator application that at least gets the transport controls to work. To get that little application, head to the maudio.com website and type GarageBand into the knowledge base search field, and up will come this little article on how to externally control the transport buttons of GarageBand. You'll want to download an application called Garage Remote from this website right here, and some values pop up on the screen. Those are the ones you're going to need. Let's go ahead and do that, see how it goes. Back at our desktop, I've already done it, but we're going to go through the steps here. You go to your root hard drive, the drive that's your system drive, double click on Library, and then find Preference Panes. Open that up and drag the Garage Remote.pref pane that you downloaded into that spot. Once you do that, then when you go to the blue apple and go to System Preferences, in the other category, you have a new thing called Garage Remote. Click on that, and up come some values. The values that default come up are not the right ones, and don't click the Use Default Mapping button because it won't work. You have to use the ones that are in the article here. And here they are. I'll make this window smaller so that you can see that these are the same ones here. If you're not sure what controller values work or it's not working, you can try sniffing what values are coming out of the Axiom with something like the MIDI logger. You press a button. You can see when I press that button, the command that's sent is B0187F. It turns out that that's the right one. That's the one in the article here. B0187F, and then F7 has to be in there as well. But don't bother to make it hard on yourself, just type the stuff in. You type it in to match. You can see mine here. Freeze frame this thing if you need to, otherwise go to that knowledge base on the website. After that's done, you're going to need to go to the Listener tab in the Garage Remote and start the listener running. I've already started it. You can check a checkbox so that the listener starts every time you log in your computer. But I don't use GarageBand and the Axiom very often, so I'm going to leave that unchecked. I'm just going to start it manually, which is what I did. Once that's running, you can close your system preferences, say goodbye to the website, and then the transport controls should work as normal. As a side note, they work with the standard MIDI transports that you find on preset 1 and preset 17 in the default presets for the Axiom. So go ahead and recall preset 1 and then hit play. Here we go. Pretty cool. Now, in GarageBand, there is no stop button. You just hit the play button again, and that's exactly how it works on the Axiom Remote as well. So what they did with the stop button is mapped it as the return to 0 command. So go ahead and play. If I hit the stop button, it returns to 0. Hit the play button again to stop. And then your fast forward and rewind buttons do what you think they do. And cycle record button, loop button turns on cycle record. Also a cool feature. You can go ahead and play MIDI notes. And then one of the sliders, slider number 9, runs MIDI volume for your instrument. And that's pretty much it for the mapping of GarageBand, but it's better than nothing.